What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Going In Blind. I'm one of your co-hosts here, Justin, and I also have my other co-host with me as well, Cody.
What's going on, guys? We got a good one for you today.
Oh yeah, hashtag trash can gate.
Hopefully we can get that turned in.
Yeah, hopefully we're live. I think I got everything going on here. We should be good. So today, like you can probably tell from the title, we are going to be talking about the Houston Astros and their cheating scandal with stealing signs and all of that good stuff. I personally am, I'm going in blind on this topic, figuratively and literally. I know a little bit about it from what Cody's told me, but I honestly have not been keeping up with it. So Cody's going to be pretty much taking us in on this one. But before we get into it, quick little housekeeping. If you're listening to this on any podcast networks, you can always tune in live with us on YouTube. When we do this, the podcast, we stream it live on the YouTubes. But other than that, unless you got anything new up in your neck of the woods?
Not much has changed. Quarantined because of the coronavirus.
No
Working out at
quarantine.
home. Same old.
Doing curls with
for,
paper towels.
Yeah, picking up the dogs, doing squats with them, whatever you can.
Bench pressing my dog, curling my dog. The usual with the quarantine.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
And since the quarantine's going on, no baseball as well. So everything.
No baseball. That's been pretty rough.
Yeah. So.
Well, but basically, we've got a video we're gonna play, and it's pretty good. It's pretty short, but it's to the point. It kind of gives you an idea of what was going on in Houston's world in 2017. So let's get into that.
Hey, I think I got it pulled up right here. Dog's banging on the door. You go out there and curl him some more.
He's he's sending me a signal. Fastball. That's what he just told me.
Yeah, that's my god dog. He when he wags his tail twice into my leg, the curveball. Don't swing. For beat baseball. Baseball for the blind. Which is a legit thing. So,
it is. We'll be getting into that on the channel. We might talk a little bit about it today while we're on the baseball subject. We'll see.
I have to do that. Talk a little bit about it. I'm trying to work on getting my screen shared for you guys. All right. So for you sighted people out there, I think it's on there. I have no idea. So we should be good. I think it's on there. We'll pull up this video. You want to give any background information on what this is?
So for anyone that's been, living under a rock or, doesn't typically keep up with sports news and those kind of things, basically the Houston Astros won the World Series in 2017, and they didn't exactly do it the right way. A lot of things have come out about them. Players apparently have known about this stuff for a while now, but the players are apparently stealing signs, which is nothing new to baseball. Sign stealing is actually part of the game, and there are right ways to do it.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, that's been around forever, and there's ways you can do it. Like there's nothing wrong with stealing signs if it's done the right way, because that's just part of the game. But when you're using video cameras and technology such as buzzers and other things like that to do it, then you're ruining the game, and it's terrible. But yeah, basically they had a camera set up. You'll hear more about it in the video.
If you're gonna cheat, at least cheat the fairway, right?
Yeah, cheat the fairway. That's right.
Have we already got the tweet of the day out?
Well,
you're gonna cheat.
That's a strong runner for it right now.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. But yeah, you're gonna cheat. Be fair.
There you go.
But yeah, we got about a 2 or 3 minute video that we'll start playing here that's going to break it down. But I think that's a good. I guess one question I have is, back then when they won, was there any suspicion about this, or no? Was it just straight up like, wow, they were just killing it this year?
Some players have came out and said they were pretty suspicious. They knew that something was going on. Like players knew about it that season. You'll see in the video. They knew that the signs were getting tipped, but they just didn't know how they were doing it. Because, like I said, sign stealing's been around. The players knew that they were getting the signs somehow. They couldn't figure out what was going on. But a lot of things have come out since then, and some players knew something was up.
So I'm not too familiar with how. I mean, obviously, I never played in the major leagues, but when I, with when the way I play, like, is the catcher full on calling? Is he in charge of calling the calls, or is the catcher getting? Because in Little League,
it's kind of
the catcher would get his signs from somebody else calling the pitches, or I'm sure maybe it's different.
It's kind of it's a tandem deal, right? The coaches can call it, but typically the pitchers or the catchers are, kind of the coaches behind the plate.
Yeah, exactly.
They're kind of leading the way. They know pretty much, they're the ones that do a lot of the scouting. The pitchers do the scouting as well, but your catcher, his job is to, know who's stepping up to the plate. He's got a card on him, telling him what his, tendencies are and that kind of thing.
His
job is to, he's supposed to lay down the pitches. And if the pitcher isn't comfortable throwing that pitch at the moment, then he'll shake it off. They'll come to an agreement. But for the most part, catcher's down there. He's the coach. He's calling the shots for the most part.
You know what they should do? You know how quarterbacks are mic'd up in their helmet. Not as far as mic, but like earbuds, right?
Right.
They should do that for a catcher.
Yeah. I'm sure there'll be plenty of things to come out of this one.
Yeah. So, but that's what I figured, though. Even though, I mean, honestly, the catcher, like you're saying, they're probably well scouted on all the players. They know this is what so-and-so likes. This is where they like this is a sweet spot. We're going to kind of keep it over here. So,
right.
But are you ready?
Let's get into it.
In 3, 2.
So we now have a lot of allegations and confirmation that the Astros were using a video camera to cheat and steal pitches. And opposing pitcher, Danny Farquhar, don't know if I said that right. He said,
did he say it right?
I believe so. I'll take his word for it.
Farquhar.
I'm not too big on the White Sox roster, so I'll take his word for it.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, I think this footage is from the Houston versus the White Sox.
Dang.
2017.
Charlotte Knights, the minor league for the White Sox. So pretty cool. Dang, if you come down here, we'll have to go to if they're playing, we'll have to go to that one of those games.
Yeah, we should hit one.
And
up.
It's like, go ahead.
I was just saying we've got a few minor league teams around here for the Braves as well. So hopefully we can get one to sponsor our beat ball team. But that's another point. Well,
yeah, but we definitely the one in Charlotte, they rebuilt I forgot where the old stadium used to be, but I went like once a little bit, like when I could still see. But it was really cool how they designed this one. It's in downtown Charlotte, and people call it uptown Charlotte here, but they built it like the stadium kind of goes down in, like the field's sat down in a hole almost. So when you're sitting, like it's not a huge stadium or huge. Yeah, I mean it's not nothing huge, but like it's cool because the way it's down in a hole, you're sitting there and you look like out in the outfield, like the city kind of rises up in the background. So pretty cool. But those games are fun.
Oh yeah, they're a lot of fun
and cheap.
That is true.
Was a banging from the dugout, almost like a bat hitting the bat rack every time a changeup signal got put down. I found the footage. Let's watch it. Here we go.
He since used
bang. That one was very slight, but he takes the changeup. Now Farquhar looking good. Let's see. Fastball, no bang at all. Takes it. Next pitch. There's the changeup. Bang, bang, takes it. There was the.
I mean, in the sound of everything that's going on, I could kind of like the first little bit, but when we keep playing it, listen.
Speed now. It's like, wait, what? What's going on here? Now look. Fastball outside. So quick, 2 signs. Geared up for the fastball, fouls it off. Next pitch, change up, bang, bang. That sequence is so upsetting. There's no way that is done without technology. How fast they get the bangs after the sign goes down. Watch it again. It's so fast.
Watching.
Yeah, it was really fast.
That's, just upsetting. Now they try to do sequence.
Yeah, it's so. If I was a pitcher or if I was a catcher, I would. You're focused on the game, but it's so throw the sign, bang. It's not any different. It's the same tempo. It's the same, you know what I mean? It's pretty.
Right. Oh yeah. No.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, and they even in a few minutes, they call them. The pitcher and catcher call a meeting, and because
they doing this video?
Yep. Keep rolling.
Okay, we'll keep rolling. Then we'll see what's going on.
Outside fastball, no bang. Tries to foul it off.
They're
And then steps in again. Call for the changeup. Bang, bang. And Farquhar steps off and says, "Can you hear it?" He's like, "Hey, they got the fucking signs. We got to change this." So he goes on. This is super upsetting. I love tip pitching and finding someone's tail and all that. This is happening so fast that it has to be done with a camera, and it sucks. Now they come back. He throws an off-speed pitch. There was no bang there. He gets him out. This is shitty for baseball. It's shitty for the Astros, and it's shitty for A.J. Hinch, who had the most pompous quotes looking back. The Yankees said they heard whistling in the dugout, and Hinch said, it made me laugh because it's ridiculous. Had I known it would take something like that to set off the Yankees, we would have practiced that in spring training. Well, you've been practicing it for years, and
what was the whistling about? Is that like the same thing? Is that what they mean?
Yeah, same concept. Yeah.
I just see, and that's what the pitcher obviously caught on, and then he struck him out with though, like if you're a batter, you're going up there, just like, well, I'll use this analogy. You go into a test like that you didn't, because if they don't get the signs right, they're going to be completely wrong. So basically, like if they figure out well, they're banging on the trash can, whatever, when we call a changeup, they can call a changeup and throw a fastball. It's going to really screw that batter up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to get your signs right, but that's, these people make millions. They're sitting there. They know what they're doing. They've got plenty of game footage. They've watched their signs. It's for them, figuring out the signs isn't too bad because typically teams have certain sets, right? Like if you're playing a team on a 3 or 4 game series, games, and each catcher might have their own set of signs, right? Like just depends.
And there's only so much you can do to switch it up.
You're right. But no, it's, when you're talking about the advantage that the hitter gains by knowing, what's coming, and it's unreal because, if you take Mike Trout, Cody Bellinger, Aaron Judge, Ronald Acuna, Freddie Freeman, Josh Donaldson, you take some of these awesome hitters and you tell them what's coming, that's not going to be good for the pitcher.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you get, just like in this instant, this example of what this guy was showing us, this batter at bat, you got every changeup, every off-speed pitch is going to be no swing, no go. And then if he doesn't hear his, the trash can or whatever, he knows he's getting a pretty meaty pitch coming somewhere. Right. Even if it's going to be probably in the strike zone. So he knows, he's like, okay, it's a little bit faster than batting practice and not quite as, down the pipe, but still,
that's not even a concern anymore. As far as hitting the fastball, pitchers that can throw, upper 90s, 100 miles an hour, that's not that used to be a threat. If you back in the 80s and even 90s, like if you could throw 100 miles an hour, then you were pretty much blowing people out of the water with that pitch. But now, a 95 to 99 mile an hour fastball really isn't that threatening. Most players are geared up to hit that kind of speed. Honestly, it's the slower pitching that throws them off now. The guys that are like Julio Teherans and Dallas Keuchels, they get in there and they throw these, their fastball doesn't really go over 92, 93, but you see, how effective they can be at times, just because batters aren't used to seeing that kind of speeds. Their normal now is 95 and up for the fastball, and so when they get in to face a pitcher throwing a 90 mile an hour fastball, it throws their tempo off. But no, these hitters, if they know it's fastball and they know this dude's ramping up, throwing 97, 98, 99, they can rear back and they can go get it.
I mean, it's a timing thing, honestly. It's not even anything. It's a little bit more than timing. I mean, obviously, if it's a high, I mean, you got to adjust for where it's going to be coming. But do you know how far the pitcher is? Is it 90 feet?
No. That's the bases are 90 feet.
90. That's what I thought. Yeah.
60. I want to say it's like 62 feet or something like that. It's like 60 feet or 62 feet or something. I know they were talking about moving it back.
But if you get your timing down, I mean, it's going to be routine. If you know, like you're saying, if you know, like you are certain it's going to be a fastball, you really don't have much to worry about.
Like you said, it's all about timing. You're just sitting back waiting for a fastball. You're going to spit on anything off speed. You're not worried about anything like that. You're just sitting back waiting fastball. Then, you got a pretty good chance. And if you give these, elite hitters any kind of advantage like that, it's unreal.
Oh yeah.
So it's crazy. That'd be like me and you going out and playing beat ball.
And playing, if I could still see, or you could still see, we could go out there and that wouldn't be fair.
It'd be like
that'd be a home run, like almost every time.
Yeah, like if you were playing with somebody that could see at the plate, it'd be a complete unfair advantage.
It'd be a run every time.
They could see what's coming.
It'd literally be a run, like it's not even comparable. Let's see what this. We'll let this guy keep going.
True, and you knew it was true, and you sound like a pompous dick now. So we now have a lot.
That's one way to put what.
Yeah,
what was he saying?
He was talking about the.
That's
the
one
manager.
way to. Oh, go ahead.
The Astros manager Hinch. They were, he was just talking about him.
He's talking about the whistling.
Right, because the manager denied anything, denied. And eventually, baseball did their investigation, and they ended up finding out that all this is actually happening. They got the evidence. They did complete their investigation. And are you aware of the punishments that came down on the team?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not aware of. Did they? Okay. Oh, they got.
I'll let you.
They got a spanking.
Guess, like, what do you? Let's hear your.
So you're talking about
guess.
For the team, the organization,
for the team, players, executives, whoever. What do you think the punishments would have been? And they won the 2017 World Series. That's the year they cheated. What do you think happens?
So an organization, I know the players. I mean, I know you told me already. The players haven't got anything. I mean, that's kind of sad. I do understand they're not necessarily. Well, that's what I'm thinking. But I do understand it's probably more of the organization, the higher up people, the coaches, or those kind of people that probably got this. Just like the Patriots, when they were getting caught in their scandal, Deflate Gate. I would say a fine. I guess that would be the biggest way they should, in my opinion. I don't know what happened with the title, because they won. I think that should be revoked, and I think that they should be fined heavily as far as, money and stuff that they get. So, but I definitely think the World Series should be revoked from them. So.
Well, their official punishment as of the MLB was the GM and manager were both fired. They received a $5 million fine to the organization, and they are losing their first and second round draft picks for the 2020 and 2021 drafts.
Okay. That is 2020 is over.
Well, the draft hasn't happened. The draft
this year hasn't.
No, the draft is it's later on.
Okay.
But that was the extent, a $5 million fine.
Yeah, but how much is five? Like, I mean, is that's not even.
That's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I mean, I know that's a bunch of money, but when you put it in the grand scheme of an organization of their size that won the World Series, that's really
it's nothing. And then the players were granted immunity. So, and they get to keep the title, and
that I don't agree with.
So my thing is the title gone, right? So if this is me giving up the punishments, I think the title definitely gone.
Do you think they should give it to? So who was that? 2017. Who were they up against?
Would have been the Dodgers, but as far as who gets the title, if you want to give it to the Dodgers, you can give it to them. It's not gonna. The Dodgers aren't gonna feel, they're still not gonna feel like they necessarily earned it. I don't think. Maybe they will.
That's what I think. It should be a. I think it should be a dud.
Yeah, I think they should just take it away, and nobody's granted the title that year, because as a player, I wouldn't. I don't think I would want it if I hadn't won the game. Even though the other team was cheating, I think nobody receives the title. But that's they could they could vote on that. I don't care.
It's kind of like when you strike out and they tell you good job. It's like,
yeah,
you kidding me? Like, that's not a good job. I just freaking struck out. Like,
yeah. But no, I think it's just in some capacity they need to take the title away. That's the number one thing. Next thing is.
Is that even up for? Is that even up? But before we get on the player, is that even up for question now? Like, is that even possible? No. It's done.
Nope, it's done. The punishment has been handed out. It is done.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. But the players. So when you win the World Series, you are given a bonus for winning the World Series, and all the players received bonuses that were on the the 25-man roster, whatever it was. You received bonuses for that. I think immediately those bonuses should have been taken away from the players, not just the organization getting fined. I think the players should have been fined at minimum those bonuses, if not more. Especially players that were heavily in on it. I think, but at minimum, I think the bonuses should have been taken away.
The bonuses should be taken away, but there also should be, in my opinion, this is my opinion, but I think, like you said, I think there should be a fine.
Oh yeah,
there should be some kind of fine, like, on top of the bonus, because taking the bonus away, it's like, woo. If they wouldn't have won the World Series, they wouldn't have got that anyway. So it's like they should be penalized for what they're doing, because we're saying that. They didn't even get penalized at all.
No, they didn't get anything, and it's it's crazy. Like I said, they should be fined because they're what they do has an impact on other players around the league. So like those opposing pitchers that they were getting the signs for, their ERAs go up, and if they're they might
screws up everything.
A lot of money. Yeah, it screws up the whole system. You got some guys that are going to miss out on a lot of money opportunities when it comes to contracts and being in a contract year during that time. They basically stole it. Altuve, their player, won the MVP. They basically stole the MVP away from Aaron Judge that year, and I think we have a video.
Yeah, we got which one?
The players. The players reacting to it.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to that here in a second. Let's finish this one up real quick. If there's
allegations and confirmation that the Astros.
Should we finish this? Or you want to just move on?
Yeah, we finished that. Let's move on to the next
video.
One.
Oh, okay. So we'll best reactions?
Yep, best reactions.
Right. I don't know let me see if I can remember what I was about to say about the players. I don't think I can remember. Oh well, if it comes back to me, it was about something with the players and their stats.
Well, just the stats getting screwed up.
Yeah, I can't remember if that was exactly what it was. I don't know. I can't remember. So we'll just get on to this. Is this players of throughout the league? So it's not the actual team. It's not the Houston team.
No, this isn't the apology video. This is just players reacting throughout the league.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. Hopefully that doesn't get copyrighted.
What did
skip a couple times?
There's no sincerity. There's no
players.
Yep.
There's just like a
sincerity. Apology.
This is players.
What a disgrace that was. Just
you know who this is?
Watching their apology yesterday too. Just
I don't remember.
There's just there's no sincerity. There's no genuineness when it comes to it.
What are your thoughts on what the Astros did yesterday?
I thought the apologies were whatever.
That's another thing too. Oh, I know my question was sweet. How much do you think the players, since we was talking about the players' punishment, not to go back too far, obviously they're in on it, but like, how much do you think, since they didn't get punished, do you think they really had a choice? Do you think it was like their idea? How much of it was the players, or how much was it like the coaches or the higher up people? What do you think?
I mean, that's something we'll never know. Only the players and the coaches and the people involved will know. There's no way to really tell. If you were outside of the organization.
Do you personally think it's?
Innocent.
Do you think so, or what do you?
With social media and the way it is today, I mean, I think everybody has a choice. Whether you want to cheat or not, and I don't know. I think everybody's got a choice at this point. I don't know. I don't know the details. I don't know what all went into it. On the
let
inside,
us know.
But, my opinion, I think you have a choice.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think, or tweet at us. Let us know your opinion on what you guys think. How heavily involved were the players? Do you think they had a choice? In my opinion, I think that I definitely think if I was on the team, it's hard to say. I think I would probably try to say something. But at the end of the day, you're talking about like the people who pay you. So
yeah, that's true.
I don't know, but what these people were saying is definitely I haven't heard their apology video, but if it's like a fake, not genuine, then it really doesn't mean much.
Right.
I thought Jim Crane's was weak.
I
thought Manfred's punishment was weak, giving him immunity. I mean, these guys were cheating for 3 years.
Oh.
I think what people don't realize is Altuve stole an MVP from Judge in 2017.
Okay, you wanted to say something on that, didn't you?
No, I was just saying basically what he said. He stole an MVP away from him, and it's
that really pissed me off if I was that other dude.
Yeah, Judge is a monster. He's an awesome player for the Yankees.
Good, he lays the law down.
That's it.
The Judge. Everyone knows the
Judge, yeah,
stole the ring from us.
When you know the signs that you know what's coming, especially at this level of baseball, we have some of the most talented baseball players in the world, and
who this is?
As hitters, if they have an edge, an advantage, knowing what's coming, it's just going to make them stronger.
I think
it definitely was it sounded like a manager for somebody.
Yeah,
we were
for the Yankees.
That's what I was thinking.
Going in there, and we heard things. We didn't know exactly what happened, but I don't know. It's a little frustrating when you look at it and you see kind of who they hurt and people that they hurt with the decisions that they did make. So, and it seems like it's not done yet. So we'll see what happens. What else comes out?
What happened, man.
I don't think any more happened since then, probably. So
the situation sucks. Punishments were given. Players got immunity. They got away with it.
I should know what that word fully means. What exactly is immunity? They're granted in like.
Yeah, basically they're not getting in any trouble. Like they have the freedom to basically admit everything that was going on and their involvement, no matter how deep, and they don't receive any punishment.
Completely fair.
Oh yeah,
and it is what it is, man.
When you see some of your former teammates today deny the use of any buzzer in 2019, do you accept that, completely believe that there was none of that going on?
Sure. I wouldn't have seen it or been privy to that information anyway, but I believe my ex-teammates. I believe those guys. So,
what's your take on all these apologies coming out of the Astros camp?
I saw it yesterday, and I knew I was going to get asked, and I was thinking about it a lot. And to be honest, I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. Some of those guys seemed remorseful. Some of those guys said the right things, gave a good apology, and that's great. I'll move on with that.
Another thing I think that would suck is like if you're on that team and you really didn't want to be a part of it.
Right. If you didn't want to be a part of it, or you maybe by some chance you didn't know what was going on. I mean, I feel like most people had to have known something was going on, but yeah, if you didn't want it to be going on, but you were in a situation where you couldn't speak up against it. Maybe
Yeah,
there's
'cause
something in your contract, or who knows? But
like he said, there was a couple people that sounded remorseful. So I mean, there probably was a few, but it's like the ones that probably weren't genuine were the ones that were just like, "Let's go cheat, let's go."
And you just see the owner, they're saying some dumb stuff, and it's like, what, it's like, what's going on? It's just, how can you be that ignorant to the situation? So, I don't really know what to make of it all anymore. So I think, honestly, I just don't even know what to say about it. So,
how about your opinion on what effect it had on you guys?
it probably had an effect. I mean, without knowing for sure what's going on, you really have no idea. So, without like knowing exact specifics, how can I answer that question?
Hey, did you get those specifics? What's that? Do you want those specifics?
It'd be awesome if you could know every pitch, that they knew something that was coming, and which.
That's true. Like, it's kind of the unknown. You don't know you don't know which, you don't know when there was shit and when there wasn't,
Right.
Pitch and all.
Keep going with this one.
Well, that's pretty much it. I mean, they're all about the same. He's bringing up a good point. It's just like, how awesome would it be if I knew the pitch was coming, if I knew what was coming at me, then, that it'd be a complete game changer. That's what he goes on to say. Like, if you have some of these, elite level players and you tell them what pitch is going, I mean, they're going to destroy you, so it's crazy. But yeah, it's pretty messed up for the players. There's some pretty funny videos out there, though. I think you got a couple.
I think I got something pulled up right now. If you guys were born in the 90s, 90 babies out there, even if you wasn't, if you have not seen Space Jam, you have not lived. Preface with this, but I was listening to this movie the other day, and this caught me as soon as Cody brought up this topic, and I wanted to talk about it, and I saw this. Well, listen to it. I knew I wanted to have this in here, so basically, let's just. Are you ready? You want to say anything about this?
No, let's just go.
Just do it. Here we go. This is the part, and I'll just say this is the part when Michael Jordan. For our podcast listeners, you guys are blind with us, so you guys are just going off audio too. This is when Michael Jordan was trying to play baseball. Where did he? Oh, do you know where Michael Jordan played?
Baseball?
Yep, minor league.
I was about to say in the minors.
Yeah, do you know where?
You're putting me on the spot here. No, I don't.
Only reason I know this random, I don't know exactly what team it was, but I think it was in Birmingham. It was in Alabama somewhere. So, fun fact, I don't know exact what team it was, but here we go.
The Barons.
Ooh, I think that is it.
That's the current Birmingham team.
I wouldn't know, but I think that is it. But some I can't remember. It randomly came up, and that I just remember somebody saying it was down in Alabama. But here we go. Yeah, here we go.
It's good in that uniform. It's great. Can't teach that. Can't teach it.
The volume's turned up. Over.
Thanks for autographing that basketball for my kid. I'm a hero now. No problem. Happy to do it. Let's go!
So basically, if you didn't hear that, I'm not sure how loud the audio is going to pipe through. Basically, Michael Jordan signed an autographed basketball for the catcher on the opposite team. Why?
Curveball, don't swing. Don't swing. Fastball, outside corner, swing.
Swing. Fastball, outside corner. All you. Come on, Houston.
That was your catch. Don't worry, I'll get you another one.
Don't worry.
That's probably exactly what the Astros managers are thinking of their pitching or hitting coach sitting in the dugout watching. They give the sign, or really the no sign for being a fastball, that and watch the dude swing through it or don't swing, and they're just like, "Come on, we laid it out for you."
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's obviously this is the extreme. I mean, the catcher's calling the calls, and he's trying to line it up for him. But,
right.
Yeah. I mean, but that's basically the coaches did. I mean, they're in the dugout, and that's what.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's funny because this is a cartoon. Well, I think you should play the next clip we have, and we'll see a little bit of real life parodies going on.
Which one is it?
The Trevor Bauer clip. It's 45 seconds.
I got that one. Which one? What was the title of it? See if we got it. We don't have. We got the Trevor Bauer one, but the other one we didn't have.
Right. The Trevor Bauer one should be on there, right?
Is that the one you want?
Yeah. That's it. It's only 45 seconds.
Gotcha. I didn't. That was funny. As soon as I saw that, the Space Jam, and you mentioned that, dude, that's too funny. Fastball outside, and the funny, the way it ended was, slider or something. He's like, slider, don't swing, do not swing, and then he swings. He's like, Michael, I told you not to swing, and he's like, man, I had to. All right, so not sure. You may go ahead and play, or you gonna preface this?
Just go and knock it out. No, this is a lot of people out there know Trevor Bauer. He's pretty big. He's a big time player for the Reds, formerly with the Cubs. But he's getting big on social media and stuff. He does a lot of funny things, and most people around baseball know. Well, if you keep up with baseball, you pretty much know Trevor Bauer.
Got you. Oh, I know. Yeah, I got you now. And you said this was a Sandlot?
No, this isn't a Sandlot game.
Oh, okay.
This is just a 45-second clip of him not get back at the Astros, but
just joking, parody.
Yeah.
Was throwing to Beatty there, and you have an answer for this?
In fact, I do. Trevor and I are good friends, and if you follow baseball this offseason, there's a little thing going on with sign stealing. So Trevor's not too fond of it, so he figured he's going to try something new this season, and he's going to start telling the batters what's coming, and that way there's no if.
Is this a real game?
Yeah, this is a real game. This is a spring training game.
No way.
Yeah.
Ands or buts about what's going on. Just here it comes. Try to hit it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Charge into one. I'm not sure I would recommend it throughout the season. One batter was fun though.
Yeah, his fastball was playing up, and he looked good. And we'll see. You never know. Trevor's always going to do something nuts, and we enjoy him. So it's pretty cool.
That is hilarious. Honestly, if I was a pitcher and I caught on to it and there wasn't nothing you can do, it's like, screw it. We're just gonna tell them what they're getting.
Yeah. No, he's funny. No, the Sandlot game is he just, with the whole coronavirus outbreak and, all the games and spring training, everything like that getting canceled.
Oh, this was recent.
Guys are still out. Yeah, this just happened, right before the corona outbreak, when the spring training was still going on. But after they canceled it and all the players, for baseball spring training, they split it up into two divisions. One, you have the Arizona League, and then you have the Grapefruit League down in Florida. And, all the Cactus League players, the guys out in Arizona, they were still out there. And Trevor, and another guy tweeted out and hey, anybody down for a Sandlot game?
Yes.
And
all up Benny.
Yeah, they came together and they dressed up as the guys from the Sandlot. It was pretty funny.
God, I wish we had a clip of that. That's awesome. Benny, man.
They played a wiffle ball game. they've got the full video on YouTube. I forgot how
That's awesome.
It's pretty long, but it's definitely well worth it. It's funny, but it's a
Do
bunch
they have
of millionaire baseball players, major leaguers mixed with some minor leaguers, and they're playing wiffle ball on a kids field. It's pretty clear.
Yeah, I mean, that was it for that video, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so, yeah, I mean, I honestly, when back in the day, like when I actually played like actual baseball, growing up, the funnest times was I love playing. It was probably my best sport that I was good at. Basketball, I was a little too white and a little too short. We'll put it like that. But, baseball, I don't know. It was just my better sport, and I enjoyed it a lot. But playing in the neighborhood, playing wiffle ball, like those times were like the best time. Did you ever have? They made these balls. They were like the plastic wiffle balls, but they were not the usual ones that just have a bunch of holes in them. They called. They might have been called screwballs. They had a red ring around them, and you turned the ring to reveal holes, and you could like. Dude, these things, I think they were called screwballs. They probably still make them, but it was a solid plastic ball, and you could control how much the holes were turned or open, so it would make the ball do all kinds of crazy stuff. Those balls were always, yeah, it was pretty cool. But they would, you get some people out there hitting them. You'd bust the rings off in no time. But that's did the Sandlot game have a commentation on top?
Oh yeah, all the players are mic'd up. So everybody's mic'd up.
Okay.
While it's happening. So it's really cool.
I was going to say, if they needed any blind commentators. I think if any of you out there need 2 blind commentators for your sporting event,
sign us up. We'll do it.
Email is goingblindtv@gmail.com. We might not be the most accurate commentators, but I guarantee you that we are the most accurate.
Hey, we'll be as good as any umpiring crew out there.
Well, yeah. Are you blind?
That's my favorite thing to do at baseball games. Now when I go to them, I always, I have my cane, and anytime you hear people start booing at the umps, I'll stand up and
I can do better than that.
I can do that. Yeah, it's great.
It's in baseball, it's always the ump's fault. Like no matter what,
always.
It's always the ump's fault. It's never. You're always safe. And it's always the
Sam Holbrook. If you're listening to this, man, it's all your fault, and we'll never forgive you.
Get pissed at the ump.
Major league ump.
Yeah, get pissed at the ump. Come on, Blue. Are you blind? But safe by a mile, and it's like do they have reviews now?
What?
I heard they do that, right? They do like base reviews.
What if people are like safe or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have video review now.
They added that in like several years ago.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Do you think that should be a thing?
Video review?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. I think it needs to get better. I'm all for robo umps. They're testing out the robot umps.
Oh, never even.
Yeah, there's a separate. It's called like the American League or not American League, but like American Baseball League or something like that. It's like a separate fund, kind of like XFL to NFL. It's a separate league.
XFL.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna look
that one. That one's on Pornhub.
Probably. And I don't want to. I don't want to check that one out. I don't think.
There's no females.
Oh, okay. Definitely want to check that one out.
No, hey, we won't say anything. Looks good to me. Man. No, I mean we could have a debate because I honestly think I'd probably take the opposite standpoint to you on this one.
My thing is video review. Well, first of all, balls and strikes can definitely be called by a robot, right? A camera can. We've seen what cameras can do with stealing signs, but cameras can. Artificial intelligence is pretty big now. What it's done in the last few years and how big of strides it's taken. And
let's just put it this way. We got 2 blind people here talking. human error is we have a bunch of senses, but we are not that good at one specific thing, and we make errors. Whereas a machine, a mechanical device, or a vision system, a camera that's designed to do something, it's going to be a lot better. It's going to be a lot more accurate.
Right. And I think as far as like balls and strikes go, I think that the robo umps could definitely step in. Now, as far as like calling like safe or out and weird plays and things like that, in the field you still probably need umps for a while. But balls and strikes, I think those need to be. I think that could be cleared up pretty quick with the robo umps. But as far as like in the field umps, I think they could. They should probably stick around. Just video review and all that stuff can probably help out. But it just needs to be a time limit on it. Like if somebody's safe or out, or if it's football and there's you're reviewing a touchdown or whatever it is, I think video review is awesome. Just there needs to be a time limit so you don't have a 10-minute commercial break while they're trying to review something. Just put a cap on it and get your people that know what they're doing. And
if it takes that long, it's just go with what you think. Go with your. I mean, the umps obviously, like especially football. I know I've seen tons of reviews that, in my personal opinion, they were not called right. I mean, but I don't. Balls and strikes. That's the name of the baseball edition on the website.
Yeah. Well, we might have to make a separate video on this topic. I think that would be pretty cool.
I think so, because I honestly, with football, I don't know. I feel like I might take a little bit of different stance on this. Just to sum it up real in a sentence, I think the classical feeling of the sport would be at risk. But everything evolves, so maybe we'll have to do a future episode on that. So, yeah, Houston, stop freaking cheating.
And cut it out, and go ahead and cough up that title. Like,
title needs to be stripped. Even though it sucks that they didn't get fined. I wish they would have got fined, but there probably would have been some innocent people get hurt. But I think that's what should have happened. I think they should have got fined. I mean, you got done.
I think they should have.
Italy done got caught cheating. This blows my mind. I can't believe that. Did they ever find? I guess a question I have is, did they ever find? I guess not. Where or how this was going on, like exactly.
The investigation, as far as I know, was only for the 2017 season, but there is videos through the 2018 season as well. But as far as the investigation was concerned, I think they were just more concerned about the 2017 season, which Altuve wins the MVP and they win the World Series.
What, like, as far as, you know what I mean? Like, as far as like the device or how they were doing it, did they ever like figure that out?
Oh, how, like the actual like equipment?
The way they were doing, the way they.
So there's a pretty good video. It's like 10-15 minutes. It shows all that stuff, but basically, they were using a camera out in center field to zoom all the way in.
Good God, well, I mean, that's not really that. To me, when I think about how good my eyes work, that's a long way to see.
Oh yeah. Well, for me,
yeah.
Let's not get into the eyesight.
Yeah.
For you, what was
that? Would make a lot of people question. But no, I feel like you probably feel this way too. I mean, I personally feel like now that I can't see, like even just riding down the road at 70 miles an hour, I'm like, it's crazy that our eyes can let us do these things. It's just like hitting hitting a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's definitely do a lot of things.
That's an underrated talent. People think that's that's nothing. They look at baseball players. I would like to see
until you. They'll jump out of that batter's box.
Well, I'd like to see them just try to swing. See.
Yeah, but I don't think. I guarantee you, they'd probably 90% of people would jump right out of that box once they saw how fast that was coming at them. That's a boss. I think baseball is 4 ounces or so, 5 ounces, and you get one coming in at 100 mile an hour, 105.
That'll do it.
Especially close. Like, I mean, you're right in there with it. But I guess we can wrap this episode up unless you got anything. What are your final thoughts, final words? Anything you want to say to the peeps out there? Anything you want to add?
No, that was, that's pretty much it. I think, Houston Astros, you definitely cheated. You should have got
We're
way
coming
worse
for you.
punishment than you did. But, hopefully when the baseball season starts up, a little bit of player justice comes around,
It will.
players who got caught doing dirty things and cheating and other things, when they step up to the plate, a lot of pitchers seem to miss a lot. And
that's what I was thinking. Honestly, when we was that first video we watched, I was thinking it's like the dude's beating on the trash can. It's like, oh crap, the ball slipped.
yeah, I think pitchers are gonna seem to lose their grip when facing the Astros, and I can't say I don't blame them, and I can't wait to watch the highlights.
Watch them. I mean, you
listen to them, watch them, whatever.
Yeah, no, and I can't blame them either. And it would be worth screwing up a few stats to just get a few.
Yeah,
it's definitely worth it.
That'd be fine,
especially for the people that were really affected. So,
oh yeah, but hopefully baseball starts up this season. That's a whole nother deal. I'm hoping baseball gets back.
The world shut down. Corona has killed sports.
Everything. Yeah, everything.
Hopefully it's getting better. I don't know. I'm just stuck here in the house, so at least people can come spend time with us. But
hopefully,
yeah.
Hopefully by the end of this.
Yeah. So I think that's going to wrap it up. What are we going to have? Tweet of the day. Nail it out.
Oh, what did we say in the beginning?
If you're going to cheat, eat
do
fairly.
It fair?
There you go.
Okay,
something like that. Or do it for something along those lines. Tweet of the day. Follow us on Twitter, and Cody's going to put out some kind of tweet along those lines. That's a pretty good one.
I like it.
You can cheat fairly. So
that's right.
But that's going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. If you are listening, make sure to subscribe and give us a good rating if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, still feel bad for. Good God, we're blind. So please give us a good rating. Can you not? You got two blind guys here. Like, you gotta do. You can't give us a bad rating, right?
Oh, they can.
Well, they probably could, but just know down deep inside, you're giving two blind guys a bad rating. But now, for real, just give us a rating, subscribe if you enjoyed it, and that's going to be it. Cody, say the last words, and we will hit that end button.
You suck, Astros, and we're out.